Hi friends, thank you so much for coming back to craft with me today, and welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Alyssa, and today I have a one-page wonder folio with a pocket folder insert. So this is great for some happy mail, or you can even use these as inserts in a junk journal, something fun like that. So this is all made with one sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and you can see that I have a little pocket on the front. So I did use single-sided paper, so the pocket was blank, but that's okay because I just made this little label to cover it up. And on the inside, I just have a sticker, a tag, and a fun little journaling card. And there's the pretty paper in the background. So for this project in particular, I did use the watercolor paper pad by Recollections, which looks like this. And I am going to use this for today's project as well. But when we go ahead and open this up, we just have some space here for writing, or you could put a photo there. And I have another pocket on this side. So this little pocket is actually a double pocket. So in the front, I just stuck this little sticker. And then behind there, I have another tag and another journaling card. So this is the little folder insert, and I just have beautiful on the front here. And this opens up, and I just washi taped this journaling card down over on this side. There is a tuck spot here, so I have this journaling card. And there's also a tuck spot right here in the back. So I have another journaling card there, and I just added a little butterfly for some decoration. But that's it for the folder insert. So go ahead and grab a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and we can create one of these together. For this project, it would probably be best to use a non-directional print, but if you don't have that, that's okay. So this is the paper I'm going to be using today, and this is a 12 by 12. So we're just going to actually cut this horizontally. So I'm going to just turn my paper this way, and we're going to cut this down to 7 inches by 12 inches. So now we have this sheet here, which is 12 inches across by 7 inches tall. And then we're going to have this one, which is 12 inches across by 5 inches tall. So let's start with the 12 by 7 first. And I am going to flip this over to the blank side just so you can see where I'm scoring. But for this one, we're just going to be scoring at the 12-inch side here at 4 and 8. So 4 and 8. And then we're going to turn it to the 7-inch side and score at 1.5. So I'm going to turn it this way, and we're going to score at 1.5. And that's going to be our little pocket. So just score there all the way down. So now we're going to have something that looks like this. And I'm just going to cut a slit here and here at the bottom where our pockets are. So we'll just cut right along that score line and this one. All right, so before I fold my pockets up, I'm going to actually fold these score lines first. So I'm going to take this side and fold it over this way. And just make sure that there's enough room so that this side can go over top. So it's going to open like this. This is how we're going to create that top loading pocket here. And then we're going to have our little tabs here. So this tab you can fold up, which is going to create our pocket. And then this tab underneath it, you have a few options. So the way I did it was I just folded this right over top as well because I have single-sided paper. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to cover up this blank space with this pocket. And that's also how I created the double pocket. So you'll have one here and then one in the very back. You can also, if you're using double-sided paper, you can send this tab to the back and have a back pocket. But I'm just gonna do it like this since I have single-sided paper. And then of course, this little tab over here, you can either fold this way to have a pocket on the inside or fold it back that way so that you have a pocket here on your front cover. So I'm just going to keep it the same way as my first one, but just know you have a lot of options of where to put your pockets. So before I go ahead and glue them down, I'm just going to cut off a little sliver on the edge here and the edge here of my pocket. As you can see, I have some overhang. So I'm just going to start by cutting off this overhang here. And I'm going to try to do it as straight as possible. And then I'm going to do the same on this side because I do have a little bit of overhang there as well. But it also just helps to make sure that this pocket doesn't interfere with anything else when you're closing up your folio here. So let me just make sure this is good. Okay. And then there's also probably going to be overhang here at the top, so you can go ahead and cut that off as well if that bothers you. All right, so let's go ahead and glue down this portion first. We're just going to open this up, and then I'm going to pop some glue just onto this part here, if my glue would come out. So just along the side here. And then we can just close this up. And then we're going to just take this first little flap here, and I'm going to just glue the two sides so that I can bring the other flap over top. And then we can go ahead and just glue down these two sides here and bring up the whole entire thing. And then we can just close this up and glue down this pocket here on our cover. Okay, so this is what we have for the folio part, or I guess it's a folder as well, but we're going to just set this one aside and work on the insert. So this was our 12-inch across by 5-inch tall sheet left over, and I'm going to flip mine over to the blank side so you can see. But this one we're just going to score at the 12-inch side. So we're going to do 2, 5, and 8.5. So 2, 5, and 8.5. Like so. And I'm actually going to take this score line here, and I'm going to fold that in first. And then I'm going to fold this section back. So we have this, and then I'm going to fold this right in half to create our little folder insert. So we're going to have our tuck spot here and then the one in the back. And you can also corner round, do whatever kind of look you want to do for this part. So I think I corner rounded this part and this part. And I'm just going to glue the bottom part here and bring it back over. And then when you open this up this way, I'm just going to glue the bottom right here. Of course, you don't even have to glue this part up. You could actually have a little like tri-fold folio if you wanted, but I'm just going to keep it how I did for my first one. And that's pretty much it. So if you have single-sided paper, you may need to just go through your scraps to cover up any blank spots that you want to cover up. But other than that, that will be our little folder. And we can bring back this piece and it will just go right inside of this top pocket. And it does fit perfectly, like it'll fit all the way, but I like to just have a small part of it poking out at the top there. So that's pretty much it. That's our little one-page wonder. And now you can go ahead and decorate and fill this up with some Happy Mail or some other journaling cards if you're using this in a junk journal. So because I have single-sided paper and my pocket here is blank, I'm just going to cover that up with this little label here that says Butterfly Kisses. Again, you can just go through your scraps as well and find something to cover that up, or just embellish it. And for this pocket in the front, I just have a journaling card, a tag, and a butterfly sticker. So maybe I'll do something like this for the front. And here's the inside. So again, a photo would go really nicely over here. You can also just take like a scrap piece of paper and glue it over top if you're using single-sided paper. And you could have like a side pocket or a top-loading pocket. So you can create even more pockets that way. What I might do is just glue down this little journaling card. So you could have some writing space over here. And then I have this butterfly wall art piece from the Dollar Tree that I'm just gonna stick towards the bottom. And then for my pockets over here, I'm just going to stick this smaller piece in the front, which it's very hard to show that on camera, but I'm just gonna stick this piece here. I have Love Grows here, and I'm gonna stick it in the back. And then this piece, which was actually the other half of this card here, I'm gonna stick that in the back as well. And then my mic died when I was going to decorate the little insert. So I already put this on the front that says Happiness Blooms from Within. And for the inside, I have just this little scrap strip. So I'm going to use this to cover up my tuck spot here. So this just measures 2 inches across by 5 inches tall, in case you are also wanting to cover up that little tuck spot. And I just corner rounded the top of this too, so it would match. But now that is covered up. And then you can just stick some other pieces inside. Here's a little Inspire journaling card that I hope will fit. It's a bit tall, but I suppose that's okay. And then I'm just going to washi tape this journaling card over on this side here. I don't know, maybe this is too tall. Let me just see what it looks like. It should be fine. So it'll look like that. I just had to push my little folder here all the way down. But I think that's going to complete this fun little one-page wonder. So there we have it. We made it completely out of one sheet of 12 by 12 and some optional scraps if you're using single-sided paper. But you have tons of spaces to tuck some goodies for your friends and loved ones, or again, tons of spots to journal. So these would be great little junk journal inserts as well. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this tutorial today. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more crafty fun and inspiration, and leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you all in my next video. Happy crafting and huge hugs!